Is it okay when members of a leadership team don't get along as long as they get their work done? Well, let's talk about that. Over the years, I've worked with multiple teams from the senior leadership level right on up to the executive level. And occasionally I've found that there are members of the team that don't get along well. It's known by the team. There is an underlying level of tension in team meetings when these two people disagree on something. It usually doesn't go well because it's not a productive conversation when people who don't get along disagree, because they cannot have what I like to call healthy conflict or productive conflict. So what to do about it? Well, it depends on who you are as a leader or as a team member. Those people who feel that a team should get along so that they can have difficult conversations and serve external groups very well, because it's generally a team's ultimate purpose is to serve stakeholders around them. And when a team gets along well together, generally they can thrive, serve stakeholders well, and reach the best solutions because they can have difficult conversations. See, I think that's really the underlying theme here is the team able, across the board, right? All members of the team able to have difficult conversations about disagreements on strategy, vision, purpose, ideas, processes, etc. If they can, usually great solutions and ideas can emerge that people can get behind. Not necessarily agree with. It's okay if there are members of the team that don't agree with the ultimate idea that is advanced as the way forward, but they can commit to each other because they get along well together. See, people who get along well can disagree and still move forward. When they don't get along well together and nothing is done about it, generally the team's effectiveness is negative. That it lowers their effectiveness as a team. There was one team in particular that I recall from many years ago where a C-level officer was in charge of this team, about 6 or 7 senior leaders. And there were a few people on the team that just could not have healthy disagreement. One of them was quite emotional and would get triggered by another one who regularly missed deadlines, always had good excuses for it, but they were essentially not respecting the carefully constructed timeline that this other member of the team had put together. So what happened? Well, the C-level officer who oversaw the team didn't like conflict, and so they never helped these people to resolve their issues. They just let it fester. Ultimately, another member of the team left because they just didn't want to deal with it anymore. They didn't like being on this team that couldn't work well together and to have an ineffective senior leader that would not help the team to resolve their differences. So a senior member of the team left. The C-suite officer ended up being seen as ineffective in terms of running their team and maximizing their potential, and was asked to leave too. That's a very negative result that came about in part due to team members not being able to work well together. Another team that I worked with dealt with the issue. The C-level officer who oversaw the team played a hand in ensuring that two people would get along better together, talked with them individually about it, brought in an outside expert to work with them, to help them to get more into conversation and open up about difficulties that they had with each other's styles and approaches to work. They started making a real effort to get along better, and things did improve. They're both still with the company. The team is doing better. Everybody feels good, and they're more likely to have productive, difficult conversations and serve other stakeholder groups very well. So it's very important as a leader or as a team member to lean into these conversations, open up about people not getting along well together, help the team to mature, to grow and evolve, so that people can start to respect and appreciate each other's different styles, because that's usually where tensions are created. People approach work differently. There's differences of opinion, differences in style, differences in approach to deadlines and timelines, etc. Help them work through these differences, either as their leader or their teammate. And if you feel incapable of fully achieving that, bringing in an outside expert, I've helped teams work through issues many times over the years, but still be willing to be a part of the solution. And I think you'll see that your team can actually thrive through the process and become stronger and more capable and able to deal with difficult conversations going forward, which ultimately serves the whole organization. I hope this video has helped you. If so, please like it, share it, comment on it, and of course, subscribe to the channel as more videos are on the way to help you to be a more effective leader and member of a team. If you'd like to explore having me come in and work with your team or with you one-on-one, please email me at michael@BAECexecutivecoach.com or visit the website, BAECexecutivecoach.com, and start to consider what the services of a professional coach and team development facilitator can do to help your team and yourself become more effective and successful in the future. Thank you very much.